What things are happening in social media that you can leverage in your business? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
You serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my dark horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of social media trends learning. I'm your dark horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that's infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, and just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, and business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with some actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because we already know there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. Now, once again, before we kick this off, I hope you're getting value from these episodes. I bring them to you with the sole goal, hey, I'm a poet, the sole goal of delivering value to you. And if you are getting that value, please take a minute, show that, go on down there and hit that subscribe button, drop us a 5-star rating, leave us some kind words in the reviews. The few seconds that takes, those subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell those podcast platforms out there that you're getting that value. They lift us up a little bit in their rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So please take a moment, show the love. I definitely appreciate you. All right. So today we want to chat a bit about social media, and I'm not going to tell you, hey, go on Instagram and do this and go on Facebook and do that. I wanted to come out with a little different angle in the hopes of getting you maybe a step ahead. I mean, things are changing so fast out there in the social media landscape, but I wanted to share some tidbits I've found of late in the hopes of giving myself a little edge, and that's all we really want, right? Just a little edge, just something that makes me feel like, you know what, it's helping me. And I wanted to share some of those tips with you today. And one of the first things I have seen, and you've known I've been using it if you've been following me at all on Facebook or even on LinkedIn, you'll see that I'm using live streams a lot. And live streams, I think, are going to continue to remain popular, especially with all the COVID craziness going on, as social distancing more than we ever have in my entire 50 plus years on this planet. So being able to get on and do some live streams definitely helps. I've been using this tactic pretty heavily so far in 2021. Started using it the back half of 2020 and have seen a great trend in that, and I think this is going to continue in the social media space. One of the things I've seen and I've been leveraging myself is creating live tutorials, right? And just giving advice. I saw one for a home and garden. They were giving home and garden tips, and it was spread out over a number of different lives, which made you want to come back and engage with them some more. So take that same strategy. Take some of your best content, right? Like I mentioned, what was it, just in episode 188? Create something of value and give it away for free. You can do this in your live content and build yourself an online following, get them engaged, interact with them, ask them questions, get them to ask you questions, and go from there. Stories. Oh my gosh, stories are popping up everywhere. I think Instagram stories have just, 500 million users a day are interacting with Instagram stories. Now, the tip I want to leave you here when it comes to Instagram stories is it's around 6%. If you're using images in your Instagram stories, I saw a study, I think it was Social Insider or something like that, where about 6% of the people looking at stories that are image focused are tapping forward, right? A higher rate of 6%. And what I mean by tapping forward means is they're looking at that story and they're tapping forward before it's finished. Now, videos, right? Videos are seeing that 6% less. They're watching it more often than not. They're watching it through, which is why I think it's 52% of the brands out there are using videos in their stories. So that movement, that interaction, it keeps them from tapping forward there, keeps them more engaged, which drives up your engagement rate, which means your content is being exposed more. Now let's continue with stories for a minute. Did you know LinkedIn is doing stories? Yeah, right? If you look on their app now, there's stories that just launched off. And again, just like a number of the other platforms, their stories expire after 24 hours. So you can post, short videos and images overlaid with text and stickers and tags and ask questions and engage your connections. And, like I said, share some content, share some quality content, create some amazing things and give it away for free. Now, currently, LinkedIn Stories is only available on the app. I believe I read that they are going to be moving it to the desktop version as well, but I'm not sure when that is. I think the big difference here for LinkedIn is because it's such a professional focused networking platform that the way you're going to use stories there is going to be different than in an Instagram environment or maybe even in a Facebook environment. But I certainly believe that in the LinkedIn arena, it's going to be more of the personal development, hiring updates, polling your audience, keeping it more professional versus the casualness that you see in some of the other platforms. And then here's another cool one, Pinterest is doing story pins. Now, this isn't rolled out everywhere. I believe it's available for business accounts currently, or you can request it, but they're slowly rolling it out. And I was actually on a Clubhouse room yesterday, and one young lady, I don't know how young she was, but one lady was talking about the success she's seeing with the story pins. And again, this is another option where you can add multiple images and videos and lists on a single pin. So you could create, let's say, a step-by-step guide highlighting a recipe, or you can share multiple clips of a longer video, right? So this is another one if you're already on Pinterest, and I'm there, but I haven't been actively using it for the Dark Horse Entrepreneur or Dark Horse Schooling, but I'm really considering it, especially with the story pins. You can certainly increase your engagement. You can grow your audience. But I think one of the key things here to remember is who's on Pinterest, right? It's like Jess Jacobson mentioned way back on episode 87, there's a number of social media mistakes we've already made. Don't be making the mistake of targeting an audience that's really not there. I think on Pinterest, it's 75, 72, it's somewhere in that range, % of the users are female. Now, there is a growing interest in users that are male, and I've been on Pinterest for a long time, but I started on Pinterest because I was looking for tattoo ideas, right? So it's growing in the male demographic, but right now it's really 3/4 of users are ladies. Now, another one we can't ignore, obviously, is Instagram Reels, which launched, I think it was summer of last year, which would have been 2020. So it's just another one of those, it's focused, I think there's 15-second limits, right? So, and you can add AR effects and songs and all kinds of craziness on there. But it's certainly a very engaging style of content that you can use to deliver a message. Just hit them with that quick punch, do something cool, do something funny, do something silly that delivers your message to your target audience. Now, I think one that's really going to be coming up here soon, I'm hopeful that you'll be a little bit ahead of the curve, is VR. Yeah, I know Facebook's out there right now developing Facebook Horizon, and they're using the Oculus VR platform to beta test this virtual world that will allow you to explore, connect with others, and play games. I would urge you to go out, check out where that's at right now. I think that one's probably a little further out on the horizon, but that's one of those things that maybe it'll pop up all of a sudden. You'll be like, oh, what's this? Oh, that's right. This is what Tracy was telling me about. So start creating ideas in the back of your head of how you can leverage that. I think one of the downsides of this particular trend is the extra hardware that goes with it. Now, on the other side, there's augmented reality. And I think we've seen this, and we don't know what it is, but in augmented reality, there's no extra hardware, right? In the social media space, you could look at that as those dynamic photo filters, right? You're taking the photo on one of the in IG or one of the other social platforms, and it pops the eyeglasses on there, right? Or it gives you angel wings, or it makes you a demon, or whatever it is. These augmented reality experiences are very interactive, and they're highly effective for engagement. You'll see a lot of rock bands. I know before COVID hit, a lot of rock bands were putting out augmented reality things. Like Kiss put out one where their makeup would show up on your face. Slipknot did one where their mask would show up on your face. So there are different versions out there. So maybe get creative. I think brands are quickly buying into this social media trend by creating AR filters that help promote their products and their services. And really, I think more than that, it encourages fan interaction. It encourages your audience to interact with your brand. This keeps your audience engaged and entertained, and it even promotes sharing. Oh wow, check out this cool, whatever filter that the Dark Horse created. That keeps your audience engaged and entertained, and can even help you attract new customers into your sphere of influence if you can do the right promotion or the right content. I think the next thing that's highly on the rise, especially with our younger folks, Gen X, I don't know what they're calling them nowadays, right? I'm a baby boomer. I've lost track now. But I think it's social commerce, right? I mean, think about it. Facebook created the marketplace, and now they're creating a place where you can set up a shop, right? Where you can sell straight from your Facebook, which is smart if you think about it, because in another study I was reading, 55? I know it's over half of social media users research products using social media. Well, duh. I know my wife is an avid researcher using all the social medias that's out there, as well as the World Wide Web. And the other thing is social media referrals can influence the purchase decisions of about 71% of the users. Let's think about that for a second. Almost 3/4 of the folks out there will have their purchasing decision of something you're selling, a product or a service or even a podcast, right, could be impacted by a referral from someone they know on social media. So if you add social commerce to the equation, you have something that simplifies and shortens that customer journey. Now, when your audience sees a product they like on social media, they no longer have to go all the way over to your website and search for it. They can buy it straight from the platform that they're on, where they found you in the first place, right? You've really shortened that journey. I mean, think about it. Maybe they're cruising your Facebook, and all of a sudden, they see you're talking about something in a live or on your social content, and then right there is a buy button. I mean, you've taken that journey from, hey, go to here and then go to there and then go to there, right? Go to here, go to my website, go to, this area to search for it, and then click the buy button. You've taken it right from where you're talking to them, and there's the buy button. It's almost like a webinar easy, huh? All right, so let's spend a minute or two here chatting about some new things of late. So number one is Clubhouse. I'm on the fence on Clubhouse. I see great possibilities for it, and I also see it being a potential time suck. One of the great possibilities is it's a direct interaction. You get on there, you're actually talking back and forth directly with someone. It's like a Zoom call without the video, right? You're engaged. And if you can find a room, and I've been lucky enough to find a number of rooms that I join on the regular of folks that are passionate about a topic I'm passionate about, i.e. podcasting, you can get some really great conversation, especially if you can find those folks that are moderating rooms or moderate a room yourself that is focused on a specific question of the day on that topic. So for instance, in the podcasting room that I tend to go in the mornings, each day they have a different question. Like yesterday, it wasn't really so much a question as it was the topic was, my name is attached to that. And it was focused around your doing a JV opportunity, a joint venture with someone else, and it didn't quite pan out the way you thought it did. And you're like, my name is on that, which sparked a lot of great dialogue about partnering up with someone and then it not being is the quality that you would like. But anyway, my focus here is that Clubhouse is a great opportunity, but you've got to zero in on those areas that you're truly passionate about. Don't go in there and start following everybody that you know unless they are the folks that are engaged in the same kind of content you want, because the platform uses those people that you are following in those rooms and those clubs that you are following to show you other similar clubs and rooms in the hallway. So when you go in there, you enter into a hallway which shows you all the rooms that are active are at that moment, and then you can click on a room and go into the room. And so who you follow and what topics you follow will determine what you see in that hallway. So some of the rooms that are out there right now that I'm not a fan of are rooms that are just like, they call them chill and network, and no one says anything in these rooms. They're all about driving up your followership, that vanity number. So I would urge you not to go into those, but if that's your thing, go for it. Anyway, Clubhouse, I'm on the fence on. I like it, but I can see myself getting sucked into it for hours and hours and hours and not reaping any benefits. But if I can find that right room at the right time and catch the right group of folks, I can certainly come in there, get value and deliver value at the same time. On the horizon, actually not on the horizon, on the recent launch pad, is Twitter Spaces. You might not have heard of this one yet because it just released, I believe it was in December, but it's picking up steam fairly quickly. Much like Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces is this beta version of the app's newest audio feature. It's got a voice chat alternative to the platform's traditional 280 character tweet, right? And it's open to anyone that has an iOS device. Now, so far, I think only a select number of folks chosen by Twitter can create their own space where they can create a conversation. So it looks like here Twitter is going to be going neck and neck up against Clubhouse as it addresses the challenges, forcing standards and what have you. But that's not what I'm here to share. I want to share with you some new ones. Caffeine. Let's see, this one, unveiled, 2018, but Caffeine TV is a platform built by some ex-Apple designers that allows you to create live broadcasts for your friends and followers. These broadcasts will show up in a feed where they can give you an emoji reaction and respond with comments. But along with these live videos, you can also stream from your computer or TV screens as you play video games, kind of like Twitch, right? This makes Caffeine a possible competitor to Twitch. And of course, Twitch you can monetize with high views and subscriptions. I think Caffeine just launched a monetization program that's rewarding their more engaged broadcasters. So, Caffeine could be another avenue by which you share your content. Alrighty, we're running a little long here. I didn't think I was going to be babbling on, but I want to share one more with you. And this one's called House Party. And I think it was kicked off 2016, 2017, about 20 million users on it. But House Party is a group video messaging app that allows you to have video chats that you can have, I think it's up to 8 users at a time. I think one of the cool things about this is it's kind of a fun venue, right? Everyone can chat and they can use video filters and stickers and all these fun little effects while having a live conversation. Some of you may know a platform called Meerkat. This was House Party's original iteration. It rebranded itself as House Party and revamped its features. It's gone through a couple of bumps of interest, no interest, interest, no interest. And since the rebranding, I know it's climbed the app charts, and it's risen from 1 million to like 50 million users last year. Of course, everything that went on last year certainly helped drive that. As of this recording, I don't believe there's an ad feature on here, which is great for those folks that don't want that. But the downside is that for my marketing friends out there, there's not a way to monetize this just yet. But there certainly is an opportunity to use this platform to bring a small group of folks together to have some sort of learning opportunity where you can pitch something and sell something, as opposed to using something like, a Snapchat or a Zoom or one of those other platforms out there. Alrighty, I'm going to finish babbling on. I think I've shared a lot of the different social media trends I'm seeing out there, but I did want to remind you of Jess Jacobson's interview. She's that social media gal out there, and she gave a great interview and shared with us a number of the social media mistakes that we may already be making. So go ahead and check out episode 87 for any of the things you might be doing that maybe you shouldn't be doing, all right? All right, my Dark Horse friends and family, that wraps up another awesome week around here at the Dark Horse HQ. Getting value? Yeah, I thought so. Thanks, I appreciate it. I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, so be sure you go on down there, smash that subscribe button. That's right, drop us 5 stars in that rating, and leave us some kind words in the review. Heck, leave us some constructive criticism. Tell me you hate me. I'm okay with that. Maybe you have some ideas of topics we should cover. I read all the reviews, and these subscribes, rating, reviews, they tell the podcast platforms that you're getting some value, and they lift us a little bit up in their rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So if you are getting that value, please take the couple of seconds, show the love, and help spread the word. And then come on over and join us in the Facebook group. All right, go to facebook.com, in that search bar up there, type Dark Horse Tribe in that search bar. Come on in and hang out with us. If for some reason you can't find us, down in the show notes, you'll see the URL, darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe. Click on that. That'll take you right there. I look forward to meeting you in the group, hanging out, sharing your celebrations and answering questions. All right. You get out there. You run your race. You get your results. Come on into the group. Let me hear about them. I want to celebrate with you. Until next week, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.